It's a high-pressure world. Every day, the pace of change is accelerating. And the pressure is building. Change is constant. And with that change will come new opportunities. In Victoria, we're now adopting a new elevated natural gas supply pressure. Now, the elevated pressure will supply 2.75 kPa per metre, the same as LPG. Now, that's a change that spells solid benefits which can really boost your business. As a first step, this new option will only be available to new housing estates and residential developments. But that won't limit your opportunities. Because of the potential to add extra gas appliances and upgrade existing ones, the benefit is more business for the professional plumber. And you'll be building a continuing servicing and replacement market from among your customer base. Because the elevated pressure means smaller diameter pipe, it means lower installation costs for you and your customers. Let's look at a simplified example. Using 25mm copper pipe over a 10-metre main run with a standard pressure supply, you would have a maximum capacity of 184 megajoules per hour. However, using only 20mm copper pipe over a 10-metre main run, with the elevated pressure supply, you would increase the maximum capacity to 301 megajoules per hour. This would mean that without upgrading the existing 20mm piping, you could potentially add another appliance, say a ducted heater rated at 120 megajoules per hour, by using a 20mm branch. Where gas companies are expanding gas distribution into areas currently using LPG, you may not have to replace existing pipes, making conversions easier and more economical for these customers to switch to elevated pressure natural gas. A significant advantage of natural gas is that it's better for the environment, because the combustion of natural gas produces far less carbon dioxide than electricity generated by brown coal. The elevated pressure supply will also allow us to eventually use appliances designed to operate at higher burner pressures, with less nitrous oxide and better performance. The existing 1.1 kPa pressure system was adopted originally to minimise leakage in those old ferrous distribution systems following natural gas conversions. We're now moving to the new elevated gas pressure, which is simply part of a global and national trend. It's been under review by all Australian gas suppliers for over a decade, and elevated pressure gas is now widely available interstate. Now it's time for Victoria to catch up with the rest of the world. In the Melbourne metropolitan area alone, 84% of homes are connected to natural gas. And now, most of the 40,000 new connections per year will have access to this new elevated pressure. That gives us a big expanding pool of potential customers. So, how can we take advantage of this new elevated pressure? It's easy, but first you actually have to make a request. Because if you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it. Just say you're working on a new residential development site. Check to see if the elevated pressure is available by phoning the relevant gas company. Then it's a straightforward procedure. Just complete a simple application form and clearly indicate that 2.75 kPa is required for the property being connected. When it comes to installation, it's easy. For this new elevated pressure, you simply follow the same routine you're already used to. For your pipe sizing procedure, a new table has been supplied for your calculations. So, having made your sketch of the installation showing the pipe lengths, you'll have indicated the megajoule ratings of the appliances, lettered your layout, determined the main run from the meter to the furthest appliance, and checked the pipe material. For your sizing calculations, use the interim table relating to copper enclosed with this video. We're using a pressure drop of 0.75 kPa. Now draw a chart indicating the pipe sections, the gas flows and the pipe sizes. You can call the Plumbing Industry Commission for copies of the sizing table, and updates will be included in the 2002 edition of the AG 601. And if you're using materials other than copper, just contact the Office of Gas Safety. Okay, so it's easy to check if the elevator pressure is already available on site. Installations already operating on the higher pressure are identifiable by the colour of the regulator cap. A white cap means it's an elevated pressure area with 2.75 kPa, while a black cap indicates standard 1.1 kPa. You'll see more and more of those white caps in the near future. As it becomes more readily available, you may be able to take advantage of the new elevated pressure just about anywhere reticulated natural gas exists or is about to be introduced at either medium or high pressure. Your current testing and commissioning procedures remain exactly the same. Again, just refer to your AG 601. For consumer piping without appliances connected, you'll have capped or plugged all open ends, connected the manometer, pressure tested to 7 kPa, with no loss of pressure for 5 minutes after temperature stabilisation. And after the consumer piping has had appliances connected, you'll have closed all control valves, opened manual shut-off valves, connected the manometer, pressure tested to 4 kPa, which is the lock-up pressure expected under normal operating conditions. And again, there should be no loss of pressure for 5 minutes after temperature stabilisation. In commissioning, just follow the procedures set out in your AG 601 and refer to the manufacturer's instructions. If you have any trouble at any point, always contact the manufacturer. Now, let's have a look at what's involved in the commissioning process. Wear your safety glasses, test for stray electrical voltage, and check the power point. Don't forget to first attach bonding straps, then purge the pipeline. All joints should be retested for leaks. On appliances like cooktops, confirm the burner pressure by checking the data plate or the manufacturer's instructions. Locate the test point, connect the manometer, and don't leave it unattended. Turn on the main burner to full gas rate. Check burner pressure and adjust at the appliance regulator if necessary. Turn off the appliance and disconnect the manometer. Replace the screw and test for leaks. If the appliance you are installing has a pilot light, you should check and adjust its flame in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Advise your customer on the operation of their appliance and explain their warranty provisions. And remember to complete your compliance certificate. This new high-pressure world offers even more business opportunities through the continuing development of tomorrow's energy-smart gas appliances. Combined with the lower installation and material costs provided by this elevated pressure initiative, gas becomes an increasingly attractive option to consumers. Well, the pressure is on, but it's up to you to reap the benefits of the new 2.75 kPa elevated pressure. Oh, and remember, if the white regulator cap is already installed, then you know that the elevated pressure is already available on site. If you're working on a new residential development or housing estate, call the relevant gas company. Then ask for the new elevated pressure and complete an application. It's a simple procedure, but one that could pay you big dividends.